Hey, what's up, you guys? It is Tyler. Welcome to the Sidewebs channel, and welcome to a quick video I'm doing. Okay, so basically, for the past 3 weeks, I've been pretty busy with moving and unpacking and moving into my new apartment. I'm still in the background I was in last week. But basically, I was acquainting and settling and whatnot. So within that 3 week span, those 3 weeks consisted of American Horror Story, of course. And I didn't get to do my reviews on episodes, chapters 7 through 9. So I figured, okay, the next episode starts like 15 minutes. Why don't I take like 10 minutes to just give you guys a brief rundown of what 6 and 7, 8, and 9 were. Okay, so here's a brief summarization. 6 was basically, not 6, because we already did 6. 7, I believe, was basically put it this way. 7, 8, and 9 were just people dying left and right. It started off with what's her name dying. I'm trying to remember this off the top of my head. It's not good. Who died first? You gotta remember, they all went back to the house, the Roanoke house. It was, sorry about the brightness. It was Shelby, fake Shelby, Lee, fake Lee, Matt, fake Matt, and Rory. And they all went back to the house. So yeah, Rory died first. He was killed by the Merch sisters, but I believe that was in episode 6. After Rory, I believe, came Mason. Not Mason. He already died. Came Matt. Now Matt, the real Matt, came back and started having sex with that Lady Gaga's character, that whatever that's supposed to be. And Shelby went downstairs and caught them both in action. And he told Shelby, I came back for her. Under her spell, mind you. And Shelby went ballistic and just took a crowbar and started bashing in his brains, just straight up mutilating and killing him. And yeah, Shelby killed the real Matt because, Shelby really couldn't take the fact that he was at it. He was at it for someone else. Really realized that he was under some type of spell or whatever. After that happened, Shelby killed herself because she really couldn't take that, Matt's dead and everything. Shelby killed herself, which left fake Matt, real left all the fake characters and left fake Matt, fake Shelby, fake Lee, and the real Lee, since the real Matt and the real Shelby are now dead. So now we get into kind of the Polk's farm, the Polk family, where Lee Monet, because the fake Lee's name is Monet and the fake Shelby's name is Audrey. So we get into Monet and Lee. They all got caught by the Polks and pretty much were being tortured by them in their own separate ways. You had real Lee was basically having her skin cut off and fed. Basically, she was having her skin cut off and eaten by the Polks, which was disgusting to watch. Having her skin cut off as she was still alive, that was pretty gruesome. Had then we had, what else did we have? We had Lee, not Lee, Monet and Audrey. They were being tortured by the Polk brothers. Had one of their teeth knocked out. Monet actually escaped, which was funny because she kind of left Audrey high and dry. They got out and killed the Polks. Well, they killed the mother and one of the brothers. They didn't kill the other 2 brothers, and that kind of came out to bite them in the ass a little bit later. At this point, they get back to the house where they find, Matt and Shelby dead, and only to find Dominic, which is the fake Matt, with blood all over him, saying that Shelby killed Matt and then killed herself. And they weren't having it. They weren't trying to believe that. Like, what makes you think we're gonna believe you? She only came back just to get with Matt. You really think we're gonna believe that? And they basically locked him out of the bathroom, and he got slaughtered by the pig man, the man pig or whatever. So now fake Matt's dead. So now only living people are the real Lee, fake Shelby, and the fake Lee, which is Audrey, Monet, and Lee. Then they get into like the 9th episode, which is where we're introduced to some kids who had their own website going on. They wanted to get some views on our website because it was all about the my Roanoke Nightmare or whatever. So they go to the area where they go. It's 3 of them. One was killed off first. He was picked off by Lee. Now, how he got picked off by Lee? Lee was under the control of that woman or thing or whatever by eating the pig heart, because she was fed the pig heart by the woman when Lee was like in some trance or whatever. So Lee picked off one of them. But that was later on in the episode. At this point, this is the blood moon. This is like the most gruesome night. I almost forgot to mention that they did run into one of the cast members, Dylan, who was originally supposed to play the man pig. He died, so it really didn't matter. He really didn't. He was only in there for like a few minutes, so he died. Then let's see when the things died. I'm all over the place. I'm so sorry. I'm tired too. Just know that the 2 kids I just said, they died. So then it comes down to Audrey, Lee, Monet, and what's his name? And now we have Lee, who is in the trance. She's upstairs while Audrey and Monet are hiding. And mind you, Lee only went back to the farm to get a tape, which the tape revealed that Lee admitted to killing Mason. So she went back to take it, but she was unsuccessful. And Audrey took it, but Monet decided to look at the tape. Now it sounds like I'm watching some reality TV show. What's reality? Anyway, back to that. So now they saw that, Lee admitted to killing Mason. They're like, yeah, we knew you killed Mason. How could you? All this kind of stuff. We should report you to the police. They didn't say all that, but you get the point. Lee's like, you don't belong here. Your presence is unwanted on this sacred land or whatever. Basically speaking, like she was the butcher because she was playing the role as the butcher in that part. But of course, they didn't know that. So now fake Lee's all up in her face, like saying, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? They're on the top level of the house, mind you. So Lee pushes Monet off and she gets impaled through like one of the chandeliers. And basically kills Monet. So now the only one left is Audrey and Lee. Lee being like taken over by the butcher or the pig heart or whatever. So Audrey's running. She runs outside into like this the underground bunker where she's chopped. Her arm is chopped by Lee and she falls to the ground. And we assume that she died. The cops finally come after everything has happened. We're sitting here assuming that Audrey's dead, and we don't know what happened to Lee. Lee, she's like screaming and crying, like, get me out of here, please get me out of this hell. Like she basically, I believe in a trance. She didn't know what was going on. She wasn't aware of herself. She probably don't remember what happened. So all she look around, she's seeing dead bodies, burned bodies. She's seeing all types of things. She's like, please get me out of here, because police are here now. They can finally get her out of there. She's the last. She thinks she's the last one living. So they get her into the cop car, and then Audrey comes up from the bunker, because now Audrey, she's still alive. She just has a lot of bruises. But she rises up, and Lee sees that. Lee gets out of the car. She's like, oh my God, you're okay. I can't believe this. Audrey, she's just looking at Lee like, murderer, because Lee basically killed Monet, killed Audrey, and admitted to killing Mason. So that's 3 people Lee have killed, not to mention those 2 kids that Lee killed as well. But I don't think Audrey really knew that. She's like, you murderer. And then as she's being helped up by a cop, she has this very smart idea. to take the gun from the cop. Like, push the cop, take the gun, and shoot Lee. Meanwhile, there are a bunch of other cops where Lee is. And she did not think, oh, maybe if I take this gun, take the cop from the gun, take this gun from the cop and threaten to shoot somebody, I won't get shot. But no, that obviously didn't work in her favor. She goes to kill Lee, and the police see that she is trying to kill someone. So they immediately shoot down Shelby and kill Audrey. Shoot down fake Shelby and kill Audrey, which was the most indirect shit I ever saw in my life. I was just like, damn. I hit myself. I don't know if you guys saw that. I was like, damn, why would they? I was just sitting there like, why would she do that? Like, literally, she had it. She could have got Lee arrested, got justice, but she let her emotions get the better of her, and basically she got herself killed. So now we get to episode 10. The only living survivor from that whole cast is the real Lee. And she, you know, I don't know how far they are in the future, but her hair grew out, so we're going to assume that it's been like months or weeks or years. And now she gets to go on an interview and talk about her experience, which is going to be the Lana Winters special. I was so happy to see that, because for those of you who don't know who Lana Winters is, she's from season 2 of American Horror Story. She's one of the survivors of that season, one of the main characters of that season, to be honest. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that ties in with season 2. Very excited. That episode comes on about like 4 minutes. I'm going to be doing a review for that episode once it goes off. And yeah, this review, this sum up was probably really, really bad. So I really apologize. I just tried to get this done out of the way before the episode comes on. But thank you guys for watching this video. I will see you all right after Roanoke ends.